Very good morning, guys. Just wait for another couple of minutes, and we'll start the program in a shortly. So by this demo, you'll be able to understand, a few things about data science. So just wait for 2 minutes. We'll start the program now. Very good morning, guys. Just wait for a couple of minutes. By this demo, just So I welcome everyone to today's session for demo, guys. And pretty much everybody, I hope, have received the syllabus part of it, offline and online, guys. So I think many of the people have one common question, which I would be addressing few of the questions today. And along with that, I would just give you a little bit of a roadmap in the sense that, how to become a successful data scientist. So not only a data scientist, but even a data analyst. So by default, whenever you are actually preparing for data science course, it happens that you are pretty much 70-80% well equipped with the data analysis part of it. And one mantra I would like to give, and say is that we will be using open source libraries. Open source terminology means it's free to use. You don't have to, purchase any licenses for user license or business license and all of it to use the tools and softwares. So with respect to the market, already you have Azure Machine Learning, Amazon SageMaker, IBM Watson, and just name few, and Data IQ. These are all automated softwares for machine learning. But we do what is basically we teach you and you will be well equipped with learning with the Python with data science. So you might be hearing about this Python with data science very frequently, and that is where we'll be talking about it. And I'll give you a little bit roadmap of same thing in this today's session. Let me quickly, get you some opening sheets. Let's say by the end of this session, definitely, I promise you, you will be very much understanding data science and predictive analytics in terms of it, and what is an analytics altogether in short. Quickly, let me pull up my document. And everybody, whoever has any questions, you can free to post it in the chat, and definitely I will be giving you a chance also to speak about it. With respect to of course your FAQs and all of it. I'm happy to take your questions. And after this session also, you do definitely have I hope everybody has my WhatsApp number. You can send me a message based on my available time. Definitely I'll answer your questions. And in fact, in this session, you would be able to get an idea about complete FAQs, generally what all every audience has, and what are the prerequisites for this course. After completing this course, where do you stand, and how successfully you can become a data scientist or a data analyst in a shorter time. Okay, and this is typically a crash course compared to any ISB curriculum or IIT curriculum or even triple ITs. It is nothing less than the curriculum part. The syllabus part is nothing less than those competitive institutions. But again, we are covering with respect to real-time perspective, and the mantra is real-time here in our course from Data Minds. Okay, cool. So guys, what is Data Minds? So by the word itself, everybody are pretty much connected. Data minds. We are all minds with latest part of in our generation, which is talks about data. And data minds has been evolved from the same requirement. I've been leading teams across before. Let me go talk about myself. Let me talk about data minds and again talk about data science. And of course, everybody can have a look at my LinkedIn. And where you see. I'm an entrepreneur and a data scientist, a chief data scientist, and I practice data science. I've been practicing data science from about almost now 9 years, 8 to 9 years. And I'm in the industry for IT for the last 14 years, 15 years, in fact. So 10 years, I was in on-site, a client role, a consulting role, pretty much in UAE, the UAE markets, and if you just connect UAE markets, pretty much I was from ERP side and I was Oracle ERP specialist. Then later on to become a chief data scientist, guys. Today, I know successfully we have a couple of startup companies, and the third startup company is Data Minds, which is focused on edutech part of it, educational as technology. So if you see Data Minds, how it evolved, we started doing consulting projects for data science perspective.
But the problem statement, this is a common word you'll be hearing in the environments of data. A problem statement, basically. What is a problem statement? So being a managerial role, being leading the teams of data science, one common problem we had is we were paying 25, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs for a data scientist, but essentially they did not have much of capacity to solve the problems or customer projects or customer problems or customer problem statements, and that's where we thought of building our own talent pool, and we started building our talent pool by training on field. So here this curriculum is basically crafted for you guys to get trained from us, from the industry experts. Based on that, get an insight where to focus, what to focus upon, because data science, data engineering, data analysis is a very vast subject, guys. Keep it in mind. The syllabus, it may take 1 year, 2 years to complete. But how much is it essentially that you have to use in real time? On a daily basis in real time, you won't be doing all different topics at the same time, right? Or different modules for that matter. If you see our curriculum, we have crafted in modules wise. So, anyways, before going much more details, which will be covered in the classes, regular classes. But this whole session is to just give you an glimpse of about data science and data as a domain, and data openings. I'll talk about those things, guys. You can always put in chat in case if you have any doubts, and that will definitely help out other guys also simultaneously. Okay, moving forward, guys. Here, let me just give me a second. Okay, admit. So as I've just already spoken about Data Minds Analytics Private Limited, we are a registered company, and we have practice. We do practice in data science and data engineering, Power BI, and even Power BI is led by none other than Sanjay Chandra, who is again in our panel, who joined us with 40,000 followers on LinkedIn. Again, is a Power BI expert. We are even having Power BI classes and separately, and that too again a realistic perspective in terms of industry, guys. Keep it in mind. See, these content you can get it free of cost on YouTube. So what is the difference that that this our course will help you? What is the edge point that you basically can expect from our courses? In simple words, it is a roadmap. It is a thought process, because data science is about a thought process, guys. Very much how do you think, what you have to think and focus. Where do you have to focus on, which aspects you have to focus to escalate your career to get the right route map, right? All of it matters very essentially. Moving forward, guys. So as I've told you, Data Minds Analytics is pretty much about a consulting firm, then product development, then later we moved into trainings perspective. Okay, I'm trying to admit here. Slight technical challenge. So a common question everybody asks, what is data science and data analytics? Let me tell you generally what is analytics. Analytics is usually basically when you're trying to find some meaningful information, some insights. The data is everywhere, right? You find it data on mobile phone, on videos, on PPTs, slides, Google, internet, ChatGPT, everywhere you find data. But when you find the right elements in that, which makes sense, which basically brings out some business value, which basically increases the profit, right? That is basically is called analytics in a very layman's English, very general English. So whichever data you look at and you are able to capture some meaningful information from it, it is nothing but a process of analytics. There is quite a bit of analytics value chain, which I'll be talking in regular classes, because you will have standard reports, ad hoc reports, and again statistical process. There are multiple channels in a whole of as analytics. But two major areas I'll tell you what is analytics, which differentiates between data analytics and data science. So today you have Ola, today you have YouTube, today you have Spotify. All these applications are powered by predictive analytics. And what is predictive analytics? Predictive analytics is nothing but predicting the outcome, nothing but estimation. If you see, you go on, log into Ola app, what does it do? It shows you, basically it shows you the fare, it shows you the estimated time, it shows you the estimated delivery time, right? So all this Swiggy, Instamart, or Spotify, what is basically Spotify again is a recommender system. But again, these are all nothing but machine learning applications. This machine learning is nothing but predictive analytics. So predictive analytics apart, but again, if you talk about descriptive statistics, historical data, where of course we had softwares. That's where Power BI, Tableau, again Oracle Business Intelligence tools. You have wide variety of tools, which prepares reports. Those are all based on historical data. But talking about something future, right? Talking about future, what happens? To talk about future, basically you require something powered by machine learning. Something which is powered by machine learning that will help you basically to predict the outcome, estimate the outcome. That involves a lot of mathematical process. So everybody has this common question also. Am I going to learn mathematics? Am I going to do all those things now? I'm done with my college days. Why should I do mathematics? Friends, I'm not asking you guys to do again mathematics here. People from non-IT background, BCom background, BSc, BCA, any graduation can do data science, because there is a wide variety of range of options for you to land up a career in data science perspective. That's where you see, pretty much no coding data science jobs and all of it. But I won't directly say no coding, because partially we speak about open source. There are, of course, no coding data science softwares, but somewhere down the line to grow your career, you require to code in a small bit of it, and not like Java, C++ and all of it. Please keep them aside. Python is a modern day programming language. This is very much easy to work on, as much as school children are these days. It is incorporated in the syllabus, so you can work on those things. Okay, guys. We'll speak about how to open, how to work on Python. Python is very fantastically, very easy to work on. And whatever the mathematics I was talking about, you will have everything in libraries. You don't have to write any logic. You don't have to prepare any mathematical stimulation. There are already pre-built libraries which we will use them, and basically we are going to, use those things. You don't have to really know mechanical engineering to drive a car, right? To drive a car, you require how to handle your steering, pedal, escalator, brakes. That's fine. You don't have to become a mechanical engineer to drive a car, because it doesn't mean that it's a basically mechanical engine. You have to become a mechanical engineer. Okay. So in short, data scientist, you can become few elements, but to grow your career, you may have to learn more to earn more. This is my famous quote, what I usually give: learn more to earn more. So basically talking about data analytics, data science. Again, of course, I would be using a lot of my pen, and I would be using the videos and all of it in coming days. But this is a general presentation for all types of audience. So I would like to speak more about things, and you'll get a complete picture and visualization of what thing. Again, later part of it. So in data analytics, what we use, very much starting from Excel sheets, very much basics of SQL. Okay, this is nothing but the primary foundational for data analytics. Everybody use it, right? Today added with Power BI, okay, and with a bit of Python, that becomes a bunch of data analytics, which is well and fine. How about data science? So what all you are covering these things. Apart from that, you'll be covering machine learning concepts. We'll be talking about different algorithms. Okay, we may have to dive into a little bit of more in terms of making machine learning, understanding a bit of statistics. Statistics is very important. Again, we'll be talking in +1, +2 level of statistics only. No need to worry about engineering level of statistics. So pretty much all we have is ready-made libraries. So we just have to consume them. We have to consume them and use them. I'll show you a short demo. By end of this session, I'll show you how to work on Python, how to work with machine learning libraries. How helpful it is, how easy it is, interpretation point of view, how it is. This is what is the general idea. So somewhere down the line, people even ask me this question. Now data analytics is one thing, data science is one thing. Now what is data engineering? So data engineering is separately again a separate stream, which was again pretty much in handshake with data analytics and data scientist. Data engineering basically covers Scala, Java, Hadoop, Spark. Okay, these are pretty much an extension of database administrations. Okay, and how do you handle the data in different formats, different types? The big data, you heard about it, right? The big data where we have 5 V's: value, veracity, velocity, volume, variety, all different 5 V's of big data. Okay, partially we may cover some of the topics there, but our focus is to focus on the statistical process, machine learning. Machine learning itself is a huge subject, by the way. It may take even years. What is the difference between a zero-year, data scientist and a 10-year-old data scientist? The difference is the complexity of understanding the subject. Because after this course completion, I will assure you that you can definitely have a 3 years knowledge content. That how a real data scientist with 3 years knowledge, he starts working in a real-time perspective when I'm saying that. Okay, when I'm saying assuring you that part, that means it basically tells you how to work as a data scientist in 3 years environment. Because as I've told you, the content you can get it on online free in internet. But the difference in making here is that I give you the direction, what to learn, what not to learn, what to focus, what not to focus. These are the major areas, because I speak a lot of insights, lot of my experience I would be speaking in real-time perspective. What are the different challenges? How do you handle the challenges? How do you debug your code? Debugging is very, very important. Nobody teaches you actually, in short. Many of the courses, they don't even, in fact, when they make errors, they basically hide themselves. That is not the idea here. We'll be doing everything hands-on, guys. While I'm running the code, I would expect you guys also open your laptop, start working with it. I will be the anchor for you to take over next 2.5 to 3 months of course curriculum. That's pretty much fine for us because it's a crash course. We are not intended to complete 1 year. I've seen many students coming from Scalar, Upgrade, people coming from triple IT, saying that we have spent 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, and essentially we after completing 1 year, we did not feel motivated to do anything much. And what happens down the line, 8th month, 9th month, by then you're already tired. You don't even know. And the real-time actually application happens in the 12th month, 13th month. They try to show you just a little bit of overview. But how about if you're able to get it now itself in the very beginning, understanding what you can expect within 3 months, you will have a clear picture. Where do you land yourself? You don't have to spend 1 year after investing 4 years in education, after investing about 12 years, 6 years, 7 years in the industry in case working and non-working professional. You don't have time to spend another 1 year in some B schools or IIT, triple IT certification courses. Those are only valid for certificate value. I'm not at all denying that they're not good. They're absolutely good, but that what they bring value is only the certificate value. Okay, if you're already continuing it, please continue it. But what I would suggest is that this is a course which you should look at to complete gain your confidence, start working in real-time perspective. Okay, so as I've told you, data engineering has a separate tools. This is again, every software engineering also basically you have tools, right? So data analytics, a separate set of tools, data science, separate set of tools, data engineering, separate set of tools and softwares. When we refer tools in terms of data science, we are referring pretty much into packages and libraries, guys. Okay, and so what is data science and why do you have to learn data science? What is the data product, value of analysis, use cases? Pretty much we can cover a lot of things there. I know, in fact, I'll try to show you some of those things. But in short, let me ask you, what is a data product? What is a data product? So basically everybody feels that what is a data product? Okay. What is a data product? Nothing but Ola. Ola is your data product. Swiggy is your Ola product, basically a data product. Whichever application I would say is using data, pretty much is a data app. Nothing but a data product, right? So Instagram for the trial. Instagram is basically data product. Facebook is a data product. So whichever is consuming data, what data in terms of Facebook? Facebook is nothing but it has 3 billion user accounts, by the way. Just check out the statistic right now, Google on it. Facebook user accounts, 3 billion. And what is the population of the whole world? In fact, it is about 7.8 billion roughly. These numbers are very important. As a data scientist, you should be able to summarize the numbers. If you want to invest in some stock, what do you look at it? You look at the valuation, right? You talk about Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 valuation numbers. People may ask, sir, I'm not from finance background, I'm a very fresher, but learn from this now. You have to learn on the go. So understand the business value. If you want to be a real data scientist, you have to understand the business that we call as a domain. One shot, I would just very quickly tell you what is the definition of a data science in general. If that slide is not here, I'm just going to tell you, by the way. It's nothing but a combination of domain. Basically, freshers will not have any domain experience. Somebody have 1-2 years experience. It could be sales experience. It could be HR experience. And it could be as much as finance experience. It could be you could be working in a customer care service also, no problem at all. So whatever you are working in any aspect of it, that's nothing but whatever the work is, the process is about, it's a business process. That's basically called as a business domain experience. You could come from sales background, finance background, customer care, anything, it's fine. 6 months, 1 year, if you're a fresher, whatever it is, basically every software, wherever the business. Why do you require software? First of all, we require software to optimize the time. That basically 3 M's, we call 3 M's, that is money, manpower, machinery. We would like to always spend less money, less machines, less manpower. Manpower means people engagement, right? So it is a basic idea of evolve with softwares or in applications. Same thing, basically when I'm talking about data science perspective, we are delivering different data products for the usability of different people. If you see again, 10 years back, we did not have Swiggy. 10 years back, we did not have Ola. But today you see the life process. 10 years back, we did not have Google Pay. See the automations happening today. It's not just automation happening because of one area, but multiple areas. Today, by the way, I'll tell you what is the power of Python. Python is just not for data science perspective, but Python is very excellently used across all the industry. Today is a very, very high level programming language. It is very seamless. I'll give you a little bit introduction about Python also, very detailed. In our course we'll cover. You don't have to know a single letter in Python. We'll teach you from basics. You may not even, I have seen many candidates, some of the candidates here also, who did not even know how to open a MS Office or Outlook, or for the matter PPT also. But still they have basically done it very well. They have learned many things. So Python is one among them. You can use as simple as from a browser, guys. Very simple as from a browser, a web browser, right? I'll show you how to install Python, I'll show you how to work with Python. Again, people who are completely naive, for those people, this message is basically. And that's basically Python is very much used in data science area. So I don't have to talk anything much about why you have to do data science, because today even a BTech program is offered for 4 years in data science, AI, ML, and data science for MS master program. Data science is a combination of domain, software engineering, a bit of statistics. Okay, we are using a combination. Of course, when I say software, it's nothing but we are using the Python programming language. A Python as a programming language, and a domain, if you have, well and fine. If you don't have, also no problem, because it's just going to be bringing an advantage to understand the business scenario. When I say domain, it could be healthcare, it could be telecommunication, it could be as much as supply chain management, logistics, finance, any area this can be applied. So you could be from B Pharmacy, you could be from B Tech, you could be from BCom, commerce area, you could be from BSc, any area, guys, by the way. So everybody has an equal chance of becoming a data scientist, because 95% globally still the demand is very much great. People talk about recession, but for data scientists, there is no recession. Still hirings are opening. Today also we have a couple of more interviews, for our students which are scheduled. So it's a great demand, guys. So again, there are a lot of syllabus which is already covered. NLP, you see today a lot of chatbots in the market, right? Today chatbots, you go into Amazon and pretty much you check out with the customer care, you see the last order. Everything is, even WhatsApp has a chatbots. I don't have to speak much about chatbots. And even ChatGPT also, if you came across recently what happened, again, a lot of things are there which are completely evolving day by day. We'll speak more in detail of those things in coming days. Just quickly running this for you, as I've told, finance, advertising, defense, telecommunication, healthcare, all these areas people can be, doing data science. So applications, if you see, automatic language translation. One usefulness also, I'll tell you, there are a lot of automations happening. A lot of automations with respect to data science, with respect to Python usage, very heavily, all of those things. If you see Gmail, and today, when a mail arrives to your Gmail account, or for example, any email account, today you have separate folders, spam, again, marketing. So automatically what's happening, internally the NLP technology or the Google ranking algorithms are there, which basically is making sure that you see only the priority messages. Okay, it is internally taken care. Even smartphones these days, any financial records are happening or OTPs are coming, OTPs you're seeing these days, mobile applications also, pretty much they are not showing in front of as a priority inbox. Just keep it in mind, speech recognition, or even let's say Alexa, Siri, and all of it, nothing but are all power of machine learning, guys. So you speak voice and it will give you the unique ability to give you, identify your voice, identify your eyes, and it's basically, we have developed few applications for one of the insurance company in Singapore, which was live in 15 countries. It is called Pulse Healthcare Analytics. You won't be able to download it here in India, but yeah, people who are in 50 countries, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Singapore, 15 countries approximately, they had this Google store. They can just check out Pulse Healthcare Analytics. We developed some machine learning applications in that part of it, a great project. We had more than 300 data scientists in that project. And I was, we were about 4 data science managers, one among them myself. I led it, about 40 plus team members. And this was back in 2020. We developed in recommender system also, excellent one. 1.5 years we took to develop that again, Pulse Healthcare recommender system. Okay, a lot of applications we developed, and that was back in 2020. Today you're in 2023. So amazingly, a lot of things have come up, and pretty much I report to the chief digital officer, and I've been consulting a couple of firms on freelancing stuff. But apart from that, I have my own startup company, and DataMinds is one of the startup company for edutech perspective. This is not just for helping you on courses perspective, but on a larger picture, we have larger goals, and we are focused on to, of course, you can check out with a student counselor also. We are launching a 6 months, a 6 months job basically for a data scientist. Within a span of 1 year, you can definitely assure yourself a job working in data science area. If you follow a recommended path, a recommended roadmap. Now, a lot of things are there still. I'll be discussing in regular classes. So just keep looking at that. So if you see what is data science in this slide, it's nothing but a skill of extracting knowledge from data, right? Using the right knowledge to predict the unknown. The prediction part is not essentially done by any other software, by the way. It's only the power of data science where it can predict the unknown. So now this data science is like a new astrologer for us, right? So basically predicting the unknown from the data. End of the day, if they want to pay you 30, 40, 50 lakhs, what is the use you are giving them? Basically, you are gaining the skill sets of data science to help the improve business outcomes. That is the power of data, guys. So our definition, it's nothing but it's a multidisciplinary field that combines software engineering, statistics, domain. You are mixing up this knowledge to do what? You have data everywhere today, right? Big data we're talking about. We are talking about not only big data today, but we are talking about data lakes, And what we have, we wanted to do end-to-end analysis on that part of it. Okay, end-to-end analysis in a way that it brings some value for the stakeholders, guys. Stakeholders are nothing but the business users. In short, you are basically applying those actionable results. Okay, please let me know, in case if you have any questions, in case if you have any, doubts, and you can post the questions, and I'm happy to help you on that part of it. And let me just also tell you this. So I was speaking about different roles in this here. Okay, different roles. So you can, after this course, you can become a junior data scientist, a junior data analyst, a senior data scientist, of course, based on the experience. And if you have more than skill sets, if you have some experience, knowledge, already working in the industry for last 5 years, 6 years, you technically can become data architect or a data manager. A data engineer skill sets, as I've told you, there is a separate course for data engineering. But again, you can become a data scientist, a data science manager, pretty much, which helps you. Even you can become a machine learning engineer. A machine learning engineer is pretty much from a CSC IT background, very purely from computer background, who has little bit knowledge on Java part of it, but more expert on Python. And where he basically he can even build up the algorithms part of it. And he would be exploring more in detail of algorithms. Whereas a data scientist, basically, he would be utilizing the libraries based on the algorithms. I'll show you a snap of it, do not worry. And a decision scientist is someone basically focused, coming from a MSc statistics or PhD in statistics. And the requirements for in a project based for data scientists, data engineers is pretty much like, let's say 1:10 data scientists, 1:10 ratio, 1 data engineer for 10 data scientists. Basically, a project requires day-to-day analysis. Data engineer comes into a role where he'll be just configuring, whether you talk about microservices like Kafka, Kubernetes, Databricks, these kind of things, Snowflake. He'll come into that picture, configuration part of it. But data scientist is pretty much a data analyst. He's doing analysis on daily basis. Apart from that, he's developing some predictive model programs which helps to improve the business outcome. So guys, so how do you improvise the data products? How do you think YouTube is improvised everywhere? So the more you use data products, the more they get fine-tuned, the more better they work. In fact, let's say example, Netflix. Netflix is not just a movie library. Netflix is more got to do with, what I say, Netflix is more like a machine learning company. It is more like a data science company rather than just a movie library, because Netflix, if you go and see Netflix open competition, you just Google out Netflix price competition. They have posted, huge, they have given a lot of $1 million. In fact, the prize money was, it went on, the competition went on for 5 years. If you see the competitions, data competitions, pretty much Kaggle is there, hackathons are there. Actually, we are planning a hackathon this year, in one of our biggest prestigious event. We are trying to launch it very soon, in collaboration with different colleges, a data event basically. And hackathons basically is a place, where you compete with different domain perspective, healthcare, commerce, finance. In that, you develop a project, you develop a product, and you basically compete it with some accuracy levels. Primarily, we will be predicting in 2 areas: classification, machine learning, supervised, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Under supervised learning, we'll be talking about regression and classification. And we are predicting, if you see Ola is predicting you some numerical value as output, which is nothing but fair and time, right? That is nothing but a regression predictive modeling, right? If a bank customer is going to churn away or going to be there in the bank still, that's called customer churn. Pretty much it's a classification type of predictive modeling, whether yes or no, 1 or 0 as a digital data, right? So basically that's about classification predictive modeling under supervised learning, under machine learning. So this is about a predictive analytics, guys. Just again, of course, I'm giving on a very high level note for everybody. I really understand, but just get a gist of everything, what on a high level. But the rest of the journey will cover in detail in micro level in coming days. So if you see, this is very much in demand. You talk about customer lifetime value, customer segmentation, fraud detection, demand forecasting. If you see not only just as a data science, if you just even see digital marketing, how do you think you are getting so many recommendations from different things? Digital marketing, right? The right keywords, the Google search, the Google page rank algorithms, how they're working. Apart from that, we are on a different level, next level, that is data science. So, but again, globally, I'm saying 95 to 98%, the openings are still open because of a data scientist. And pretty much, I was even talking about some numbers in recently. We've been selected for TJ's 100 top, global submissions on startup companies. We developed a property specialization product, and we are proudly selected in the TJ's 100 under Global TIE Summit program. And I was talking about it. Apart from that, we got a chance to pitch in our EduTech program, which would be covering in tier 2, tier 3 cities. I have seen excellent applications there. And of course, I'm not going into deep part of it. This is just to give you a little bit of data science session demo. But again, you see these applications: Airbnb, Spotify, Uber, Amazon, Facebook. All these are pretty much data science products. So what does a data scientist do finally? Is nothing but he will be having data sets, pretty much different formats of data. We have CSV, JSON, textual data, XML data. You have different formats. We'll talk about those one by one. Everybody who are even don't know what is the normal textual data, or people who don't even know what are numbers. Okay, we'll be talking about those very detailed, very slow, one by one. Pretty much, I'm here to be like your mentor. I'm a mentor to help you to gain confidence to work on those things. Everything will be on hands-on. When I say hands-on, I'm expecting you also to put your hands, make your hands dirty while I'm discussing on different programs. So a data scientist basically prepares some models with statistical models which talks about numbers, okay, or he'll be predicting on machine learning prediction algorithms we'll be working on. In short, I'll just show you a very quick demo of how to work with it. If I can just quickly show you this. Okay, you can post your questions in case, I'll be sharing all this. Of course, this video also would be live on YouTube for you guys, and quickly showing you this. I'm going to open a Python now. Python opens as much as in a web browser. If I'm just using, currently I'm using Mac, now opening a terminal here, I'm just launching my Jupyter notebook. That is nothing but one ID. We have different IDs in, basically we have different IDs. I'm just about to launch my Jupyter notebook. Okay, just let me say Jupyter notebook. And it opens in a web browser, as simple as that. If you can see, as simple as that, it opens in a web browser, this application itself. And you have wide variety of notebooks, IDEs in online also. You have online compilers also. Now let me show just first part of it. Currently, I'm using this Python IDE. Okay, so let's say as simple as that. In many programming languages, you have to define the variables. Whereas Python is not like that. If I just start writing hello world. Okay, in other programming languages, you have to define the syntax, you have to declare the variables, what type of data it is and everything. And you see, I'm just querying this data, it will show me the output of it. As you see in the screen, guys. I hope everybody are able to see the screen. So this is how a simple, if I'm going to check out the type of it, type of A, again, you can even see this is a type of A, basically gives me a string data. Okay, this is the power of Python. Python is easy to use, of course. Okay, and just to quickly take you to another thing also, there are a lot of functions you can use. Print statement also. Again, we will discuss a lot of these things, how to work with all of this. Okay, and I'm just giving you very high level look at it for you. And let me show one machine learning prediction, how we use it. Like for example, 99%, 95% we use popular mechanisms, libraries from sklearn, which is a machine learning part of it, which is primarily all the libraries with Python using scikit. This is nothing but scikit-learn, machine learning in Python. If you see, I'm going to show you a simple one, algorithm, how am I going to use it actually? And I have everything in-house in this logistic regression. If I'm taking this library, which is there, it's built with mathematical stimulations, and the whole calculation part of it. But as a data scientist on a regular basis, how am I going to use it? There is a pre-built library for this. If I'm just showing you this, let me just copy this and give you a look of it, how I'm going to take the data. Okay, I'm going to import a data set from here internally, which is a sample data set from load iris. Okay, and I'm going to use for data manipulation perspective also something called pandas, import pandas as PD. We were going to use heavily this pandas. Okay, as I've just loaded this data set now, if I'm going to give again some more commands in this, and I'm going to use something, a machine learning app. Okay, also in this is nothing but machine learning perspective. This is a machine learning library, which will predict, which will help me predict. Okay, by the way, if I'm adding some more elements, let's say I'm taking this data set, what you have loaded data set, I'm loading something called X and Y. I'll tell you what is X and Y, by the way. Okay, I'll tell you what is X and Y and what is the use of it. Or if you want to check out X, capital X, just check the data here. What is the data here? You have some data here. Let's say if I'm putting head of, I think it's pretty much array data. So I won't be able to get that one. Okay, I won't be able to get the array data, but here I'm showing you some data. This data, if I'm putting even, this is because we are using a sample data directly from this script. This is the data. This is a dependent variable. This is like, we call it as independent variable. That means basically, let's say you are giving some input, that is nothing but input. Okay, and if I'm saying this, another one is output. Output will always be one variable. Basically, let's say this is a small y. I'm just showing you small y. This is the output. So we are going to train the machine. First, machine learning, we are going to train on X and Y inputs. okay, X and Y inputs. And I'm going to train this data, whatever the data is there, basically on the logistic regression. Okay, let me just clear this first. Now, the idea is here that you have some X variables, nothing but input, independent variables, nothing but dependent variable. Okay, or I would call as target variable. Okay, these are nothing but predictors. Okay, I'll just keep it like that. So what am I doing here? Let's say you are going to wanted to check the fare price of Ola. What you give basically, you give input idea, right? Inputs basically nothing but X. Independent variables are nothing but inputs. And what do you expect? You basically expect the fare or estimated price, right? So before even the Ola gives us the output as a fare or estimated price, there is a machine learning algorithm which is used inside internally, and it has to be trained with both set of data, input and output data. First, it has to learn it. After learning, that's called as machine learning, basically. That's why we refer as machine learning. So this X and Y data, I'm giving it to what? A logistic regression, one type of algorithm. We will discuss in detail of the concepts of every algorithm and how we use it. There is again mathematical part of it in that algorithm. But as a data scientist, we are just consuming this algorithm, and I'm training the model here with both input and output data. Now, currently, my data has been trained here. Please ignore the warning. Simply, this is not an error. This is just a warning message. Now, once I give this X and Y inputs and outputs, and I'm giving some output to be predicted. Now, if I'm giving this output some data to predict, it is going to predict for me. The prediction is 0, 0. That means it belongs to 0 class. That means this predictive analytics is working for me. Okay, this predictive analytics is working for me. And if I again wanted to check out on some more probability of the score, there is again concepts which I'll talk about it very detailed, and again, ideally it is helping me to predict these values, guys. Pretty much like, how your machine is predicting for you output for as a estimation or price. For me, it is helping out to predict these values amazingly in a shorter time. So this is a simple snap of machine learning, guys. And everything we see from this machine learning is a sample example. You can even refer this, what I'm talking about it. Internally, what these libraries are happening, we'll discuss some of the concepts in this and how this logistic regression works. There are quite a bit of algorithms, linear, logistic, decision tree, random forest. That's what we just need to understand what all different algorithms can do in different areas. So in short, in front of you, I have shown you how a machine can predict. This is a very simple example. I can show many other cases also of diabetic patients or even customer churn analytics. Okay, a lot of things are there. And how am I using within a fraction of a second? This is not programming like Java or C++. This is just pretty much like a scripting language where I'm able to use this Python. This is how are we going to use Python in our data science classes. Okay, nothing. I haven't done anything much in this. Yeah, slightly to become a data scientist, to a good data scientist or to a great data scientist, you may have to learn some additional fundas, which we call, loops, which we call inheritance, polymorphism, somewhat of advanced topics. But in our case, we will be covering very important aspects of it in Python perspective. Very broadly, very detailed is we cover the syllabus already been shared to you. So pandas is number one, guys. Pandas is number one, and NumPy. Okay, these are very, very important. And Scikit, sklearn. Okay, as you see, these are the machine learning libraries pretty much. This is for data analytics perspective, data manipulation. Lot of areas you can do. Pandas heavily we will use. Again, we will be working on data structures part of it. Data structures of Python, which is common for everyone. Very much powerful of them are list, tuples, dictionaries. Okay, so not only for the perspective of you're learning Python in perspective of data science, but typically you are even trying to master the Python programming language also. So pretty much Python is very easy to use. As I've shown you just now, I've just even applied the machine learning perspective demo case for you. That too from just in shorter time. So you can have a variety of do visualization also. We'll be using Matplotlib for visualization, which again I'll show you currently like it is. For example, pandas is .pydata pandas, right? Pydata .pandas. Okay, and you have the library. This is purely for machine learning. Pandas for Python. Again, you have something called Matplotlib for visualization. We will be using all these things. You'll be learning all these things in the course. Okay, not this. Matplotlib is primarily for, this is the organization. This is all open source, matplotlib.org. So you'll be learning with this. Again, something called NumPy. Okay, these are all external packages, not pre-built in Python, but we will be showing you how to work with these things, all different libraries in Python, guys. So the course is Python for data science. So we'll be talking about many more areas. And as I've just told you, what is the importance of statistics? If I say Facebook statistics, okay, this is a number game. Basically, I would love to show my client presentations, but I can't do it. But again, end of the day, if I'm showing you this, what if you speak about Facebook, somebody asks you what is Facebook, you speak to a layman, he would say Facebook is just social app. But as a data analyst, data scientist, you should be able to tell what is Facebook. Facebook is 2.91 billion monthly users, active users. India is a country with the largest Facebook audience, 329 million Facebook users. Now, when you look at these numbers, you would be really happy to advertise your product in this kind of Facebook apps. Imagine today you are seeing a lot of data science ads in case if you have Googled data science, and Facebook, you'll see a lot of number of engagements, people speaking about a lot of marketing activities happening. So it's nothing but the statistics. For like this, similarly, you'll be talking about the statistics with the company where you're working. If you're working for 10, a company, particularly let's say supply chain management, so you'll be able to prepare this kind of reports. You'll be preparing this kind of reports. Okay, as simple as that. Even if I speak about load ID is this thing, right? Okay, this is currently in part of it. So you can go and find different central tendency measures, dispersion measures with respect to statistics, and that is nothing but part of our course, which will help you to learn those concepts in detail. And definitely no need to have a fear of programming, because Python is very simple and easy to work on with, and never think about that area. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Fine, guys. I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask me. This is just to help you to understand what is the power of data science and how it helps you, to become a data scientist, and what kind of activities we take. We have quizzes here, we have assignments, we have mock interviews. Next 90 to 100 days, you'll be completely engaged with this program, and by the end of these 3 months, you will be pretty much confident, and you have a clear vision of next 2 years, how to become a data scientist. And one note here, guys, in these 3 months, we are giving you a platform to start thinking like a data scientist, to start working like a data scientist. Okay, but by the far, it is not the end. It is just the beginning of your career. We are helping you to give you the right base and foundation, because tomorrow when you get into a company, a project, the requirement could be completely different, but the tools are same, but the thinking is same. Okay, a different client, different engagement, different project, different country, you will have challenges across. One single element you should develop is problem solving ability. So you should be able to solve the problems in the sense, not mathematical problems. If a problem statement is given to you, you should understand the way of thinking, how smartly you think, how smartly you work. That is what is part and parcel of this course, to help you to understand how the way you should think into become a data scientist. So next, because the contents what you learn here are pretty much 3 years knowledge point of view, but when you start learning after this course, by next 1 year, you should be able to understand and work in more projects. By second year, third year, fourth year, you need to just expand your knowledge in depth terms. The depth of the subject should grow as you grow. That's where you learn more to earn more, guys. Fine. So online guys, offline guys, if you have any questions, offline you can interact with me, shortly. But again, online guys, do you have any questions? I have an open mic. You can raise your hand and you can speak in case if you have questions, guys.
Yeah, you're all open. You can ask me any questions. I see Anil, Dirtika, Likit, Prem, Ramesh. You have any questions, you can speak to me, guys. Saichan. Okay. And trust me, our syllabus is very practical syllabus, and we try to help you, and we help you to help ourselves, because we are looking at a talent pool building up. We have huge requirements from the industry, and there is a program we started for a 1-year program, which talks about you learn the course within 3 months from us. Another 3 to 6 months, you gain the internship, where the registered participants will be getting free internships. Then latter part, 6 months, of course, we give you an offer letter as analyst training. From 6 months to 12 months, once you complete, you're eligible for 1-year experience letters from us, which is legitimate, which is a genuine one. Okay, we just started this program, we are launching this program. So by end of 1 year, okay, and 6 months to 12 months, by the way, we are giving you salary, which will be having a salary transfer. Basically, you will be having a Form 16, legitimate, a genuine one, which helps you to build your career very constructively. And this 1 year, within the 6 months to 12 months, we want to hire you. We want to place to your customer projects. This is a very unique program we started. Only a few candidates we are picking up for this particular program. Apart from that, everybody can enroll for the course, which is 3 months, and you're also eligible for the internships. Just, ping on Rashmita, ping on Hadita, ping on Advait. You'll basically find from the student counselor some more information about the program, about how, gaining the work experience, where you are turning into data scientist within 6 months. And any graduate, the eligibility is simple, any graduate. And for that program, we have no backlogs. Person should not have backlogs. That is the only eligibility, only criteria we are putting it for the 1-year program we are talking about. Latter part, after 1 year completion, we would be giving you 3 lakhs package. And before that also, again, 1.5 lakh rupees package from, approximately somewhere around from 6 months, and after 1 year, 2 years down the line, and we would be actually placing, we have requirements from companies and all of it. In this period, we are trying to put our best efforts to tune you to our requirements. I hope you understood what I'm saying. We want to tune you to our requirements. So, that is in short, guys. If you have any questions, you ask me. Anybody has any questions? Okay, anybody has any questions, you can post me on the WhatsApp also. I'm available on 800 888 4446. Okay, the number pretty much is displayed on the boards. You can WhatsApp me on the message. I'm available on the WhatsApp message. I would be happy to help you on the questions. And not personal counseling. Personal counseling is a little chargeable because I charge for my time. Yeah, somebody has a question. Yes.
This is Anil. So I have a question. See, actually, I am working with an MNC since last 12 years. So now I'm in a position of a manager and I'm handling a team, but that's into finance and accounts. So I just want to check with you if this particular course will suits for me.
Definitely. See, this is what I'm saying, that people, my audience are working professionals, pretty much finance background, majorly sales background and managerial level background. And again, along with freshers also, but it doesn't mean that freshers are going to actually, everybody are going to gain out of this, because conversations, it's all about conversations. It's about finding your mentor in this course. Actually, the content pretty much is available online, as I mentioned, but how to learn, what to learn, how to take it, I speak a lot of experience point of view, gain points, the technical jargons. So everything, if you can take it, and if whenever you require any particular clarity on that, I'm there for you to guide you on that, talk about it. If you're talking about finance domain or a managerial domain or a particular domain which you're talking, you can pull up the data sets. We have a lot of data sets on online today, and I'll guide you how to work on those things to build up your portfolio, because at the end of the day, everybody has to build up a portfolio of projects to explore more in that area. If I answered question right for you, Anil.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the answer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody has any other questions, guys? So as I spoke, many people are from different areas. So end of the day, tell me which area the data is not there. You can be a data scientist, you can be a data analyst. Today, the market, because it's all about data everywhere, right? So data, wherever it is there, you have a job there. And that is a simple roadwork. I mean, again, people talk about 100 things, you have to learn this X, Y, Z, all ABC to A to Z to become a data scientist. Let them have that knowledge for them, for you to become a data scientist. A simple roadmap, 3 months, you invest your money and time, and by 100 days, you'll figure it out. Where do you stand? Do not take by others people's conversation thought process. Let them have it, 1 year, 2 years program. We are pretty much within 3 months, you'll make out your mind. Where do you stand? And from there, actually, trust me, when you Google it, you'll find how much relevant it is. What you have learned within these 100 days, and where you're going to land up yourself in next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line. You will get such a clarity within next 3 years. At least 3 years clarity you get it from this course. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to promise you, assure you. And if you feel still that your money will be refunded to you, again, how many live projects, Prem? Yeah, Prem, basically now, good question. What happens is that in data mines, how we planned is that every Monday to Fridays our classes, okay? And Saturdays we have planned for a variety of either workshop or project or mock interviews. It will be an engagement on Saturdays. So we have industry people, who will be taking up the project, and at least in a month we cover about 2 to 3 projects, and that is basically live project. And you being, part, probably you might have done course somewhere 6 months down the line. Still, you can be part of it. Every month we come up with 2 to different live projects exclusively for our students. So you can see the change every time, many different projects. Last time we just had something called what was it? Yeah. Deep learning model for steering angle. Okay, again, you can check out that. Another exciting project we did it. Okay, like that, we'll be doing different projects. You get the idea of the project, real-time project. If you get an imagination, improvise on different, we did for deep learning, machine learning. So projects-wise, do not worry about it. We give you the nice blend and exposure of the projects. You'll definitely get an idea about how to work on those things. So as I told you, interview preparations, mock placement assistance, we have a lot of activities like mock interviews. It's a completely real-time mock interviews. Usually that is very well fine. And again, a couple of we have from internal our institute. Again, that's why again one I take interview. Again, we'll call our external panel data scientist also to take a mock interview for you. We help you with FAQs bundle, and pretty much what's happening, you get complete news about it, and HR negotiation, salary point of view, how you have to ask, what kind of expectations you can have. And the highest salary package from our institute, about 3 months back, Krishna Chaitanya had 35 LPA, 35 lakhs per annum, and he about 4 plus 5 years experience in ETL process already. He had IT background fellow, and he learned our course 3 months, and he went on to go for interview to Wells Fargo, and he got an opportunity as business analyst, data science as a business analyst and a fresher role with a 35 LPA. Another fellow was again Krishna Vamshi. Okay, that is basically he got about 28 LPA and a good company again, and he cleared. And when the drives happen, usually you have 1 round or 2 rounds of interviews, and he got it cleared in first round itself. Okay, that was another thing. Another again, by the way, he's a BCA candidate. Another commerce guy again. I don't want to name exactly those names, but again he got about 22 LPA. Okay, and he's a chartered account, by the way, again from finance background. And I'm telling you again, people from commerce background, BTech background, non-BTech background, everybody got those offers. Many more people got it, but they don't want to come in front for now. But in case, but again, to just make sure that there are workarounds always, which helps you to get into the industry. So I'm not going to talk much about in workarounds in detail of the demo sessions, but if you are willing to work hard, if you can learn the subject well, we have jobs. Only criteria is you should know the subject well. We will test you. We'll have to take you into our projects. We would recommend to your projects because there is a requirement of data scientist, but one who knows the knowledge, not someone who has just certificate. We want someone who has knowledge, who has a working knowledge. So that is what I told you. This course we are catering. We need people who have working knowledge. That is the whole motive of even starting data mines for us. So help yourself to help us. Anybody else, guys? So pretty much, I'm just about to close the session, guys. I know. Any final questions? Anybody? Offline, online? Okay, you can post me always questions. We'll have again a demo session maybe soon, but probably I'll let you know. But again, this is the whole idea of having conversation. You can post me message on 800-888-4446. You can connect our student counselors and HR from Data Minds, and it will be useful for you to get more information on the job-oriented program also, guys. Okay, guys, and thanks for joining, and everyone. Happy learning for everyone, and I wish you all the best to succeed in your career goals always. Thank you, guys. Take care.